looks like there is a delay, and it's like maybe 5 seconds or 6 seconds, something like that. It's pretty small. Not bad. Not bad. Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're going to do a dev stream today, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So maybe first we should introduce ourselves, and then we'll go on and talk a little bit more about what we're going to be working on today. But a sneak preview is this. Anyway, hi, I'm Will. Will Munn. I am the founder, the owner of Adept Icarus, which is a game design and publishing studio, I guess, of sorts. And we've made a few cool games like Arium Create, Arium Discover, and some other things like that. But today we're going to be working on a new game that we used one of the other games to help make some of. So it's kind of exciting. It's like a game making Inception or something like that. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to let Em introduce herself.
Myself, my name is Em. I have been stalking the internet for many, many years now, whether as a player of TTRPGs, a GM, or even like playtesting things here and there. I've been doing for quite some time, but this is my first real project that I've been brought onto, and I've just been super excited. It's been a thrill. The community event that we did a while ago was so much fun, and just being able to bring all that creativity to this moment right now is just super satisfying. I can't wait to tell you guys about this awesome game and build something with you all.
Yeah, definitely. Very cool. Well, I'm gonna turn on some background music. It'll be nice and it'll be kind of subtle. Hopefully, that's the idea. But why don't we hop off into what is Vi? So I think we both maybe mentioned it, but we're working on a game called Vi: The Ensis Trials, and we have an intro to this game. We've written quite a lot of it already. Mm-hmm. You want to read the intro to folks,
Yeah,
Tim?
for sure. So, welcome to the multiverse. 22 dimensional realms await you, each with their own people, mystique, and culture. As with any civilization, fortune and prosperity ebbs and flows in these realms. When a dark age arrives, it takes a powerful artifact and a champion to turn the tide to herald a new golden age. Dark times call for illumination, and questers are the beacons guiding their realms. Players act as wise and Players act as wise and powerful beings with the knowledge and skill to embark on the quest for Ensis. They seek the sword known to aid the legendary ascension of many a champion, igniting the fires of change. Legend often focuses on champions. Your story is that of the guide behind the scenes, shrouded in mystery. Taking on the role of mentor, as Merlin was to Arthur Pendragon, Morpheus to Neo, or Chiron to Achilles, questers face trials to deliver the sword Ensis to their champion. Form a pact, vie for Ensis, and set your realm on the path to a new golden age.
Awesome. I like hearing that. I like reading it. Mm-hmm. I got a little emotional the first time I read it out loud, to be honest. I think it sounds really cool. Anyway, so next we're going to talk about we used a game called Arium Create to make one of these dimensional realms, or to come up with really the backbone of one of these dimensional realms. You mentioned 22 of these. Those are tied to what? What are they tied to? They're Why are there 22 of them?
Could they possibly stand for?
What could they possibly stand for? Yeah. So they are one of the 22 major arcana cards in a tarot deck. So the game actually uses a tarot deck as part of the resolution and also like character creation and all kinds of stuff. It's very integral to the game, so pretty cool. I'm gonna switch to a view where y'all can see my screen, and we'll go through a little bit of what we created together with the group on the Adept Icarus Discord channel or server not too long ago.
If you're not in the Adept Icarus Discord, you should definitely get in there because we're gonna have more of these events.
Ooh. We will have more of them. All right, so I'll share it. So this is kind of I'm going to zoom around. This is like a big digital whiteboard, but this is Arium Create. We went through all these different steps to make a setting, world, Arium, whatever you want to call it. So an Arium is, it's like a setting, but it's more than that. It includes like plot seeds and character information and items and all sorts of stuff. So we made one, and this is it. We're going to go through and kind of look at it a little bit. And the first thing you start off with in an Arium is Lacuni, which is the things that are not in the Arium. So we intentionally set a few of these. We're like, hey, we're not going to do some of this stuff. Some of it was just because we already had things that were related to this for Vi, and some of it was because we just didn't want to. We're like, hey, we're going to avoid that. And some of it was because we thought it would help us create a more interesting and creative world together. Yeah, a couple of them were really interesting and
made a huge difference. Like
it did.
I know you're always saying like the limitations breed creativity, and boy, this one went in a direction that I never would have guessed.
Yeah, it really did. And the group that helped us put this together, like, they really dove into this part, and I think it helped form everything that we did after this, which was so cool. So really, it's just, there are animals, but they aren't ridden. Lying is forbidden by law. Electronics summon demons, and there's no official centralized government. And color. The demons bleach out the color too. There's no color. Well, there is, but sometimes there isn't. And there's no Arthurian nobility. Just avoiding that. Then we went on to this universal section. Maybe I should show the votes.
Oh, that'd be cool. While you get the votes toggled, I just want to take a second to recognize the people that helped us create this world, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so somebody who's always in my streams over on Level 1 Geek, Wombat Fuzz showed up and was absolutely integral, brought some really awesome ideas to the table, really cool. Then we had Arrow, who I had never met before, was part of the Adept Icarus Discord. Drew, who was a writer on Arium. Katie and Tori from Level 1 Geek showed up. Big love to those two creative minds. Who was that? Everybody? Did I remember everyone's name?
Plus the two of us, and I think so. I think that was everybody. Yeah.
Seriously, there's so many different cool parts, and I'll call out random bits of who did what sometimes, but it was really fun. Super appreciate them. Yeah,
definitely. Very, very cool. And we just had a blast making this with folks. So, if you get a chance, come join us and we'll do another one. All right. So this is the universal stuff that we came up with. And really kind of the key themes, these little numbers here represent votes. So part of Arium is, you talk about things, you combine things that would be cooler together than they are apart, or if they're similar, right? And then you vote. And we came up with a really high exploration journey type of thing. It's bizarre, it's fantasy noir, it's doomed but hopeful, quietly menacing, and young and chaotic. It's that was really just where we started. And we also gave this guidance that we got from I hesitate to say, the back of a Cracker Jack box, but we got it from the booklet that came inside one of the tarot card decks, where it said, hey, this card, the Emperor, that we've been focusing on, I think I showed it a minute ago. Here's a few of them, some examples, right? Is really focused on the ideas of stability, power, protection, aid, reason, conviction, authority, benevolence, compassion, confusion to enemies, obstruction, and immaturity, strangely enough. So that is how we got to this. Should we go on to the next ones?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. This is the big picture. So the big picture gets a little bit more detailed, and we talked about a few things. We got some really cool big vote getters here, like that there are really some large cities, but they are points of light amid a dark place, right? So there's not a lot of like community in between these big places that are centers of population, right? Tech is as life-saving as it is dangerous. Loved that one. I think that was Tori.
It was Tori, which was,
yeah.
It spurned a lot of the creation because we're like, well, if it's life-saving, that means it's important. People aren't just going to avoid it. We have to bring tech into this somehow, even though it's so dangerous.
Yeah. So it had really low accessibility because electricity summons demons. So you have to figure out, like, what's the risk? Anyway, that was interesting. And everyone fears lightning storms because of all the demons they summon, of course. And
which is like a really badass mental image.
Kind of
Can you imagine like a lightning storm and then all these things start like crawling up and out, bleaching the land in an aura as they go? That's
taking
terrifying.
All the color away.
Which you mean the storm itself is in black and white.
Right?
So scary.
Yeah.
I know I'm grinning, but it is, I promise.
Yeah. And then you have the artists, who are people who restore color. We did a little edit here because originally we had labeled this as something else, but we did change it because we felt like it was best for the theme. So this is the artists. They can actually go back and find those spots where demons have leached the color out and bring it back. And bring the life back, really, to those areas, which is kind of cool. And then we have the void despises existence, and the demons do its bidding. So when they bleach the entire world, reality ends. Interesting end condition for this realm. All right. Should we go on to the next one?
I really think we should.
We should. So culture and organizations. Yes. I love these. These are fun. Just the evocativeness of once upon a time, we broke the color vow. Oh, what does that mean? What happened?
Yeah, something terrible. And it was the worst because I came up with this idea. I threw it down there and I was like, hey, figure it out. And I still haven't personally.
Yeah. So we're going to figure some of that out tonight, I think. We have a few different things under this culture and organization section. A couple of them are, like, we ended up grouping things together because we felt like they really were cohesive together. We had this item up here at the top called the Tricolor Institute of Travel, Health, and Exploration. And there are 3 different organizations that roll up underneath that. The Demon Watch, the Exchange, and the Knights Pharmaceutical, which I thought was just really neat. Then we ended up with this grouping over here, where we had the Delvers of the Lost Circuit and the Battery Collectors. And then we have people who make lightning rods and scientists who study the way that demons are summoned. And they've got like the church, I'm going to butcher this word, chiaroscura, that are cultists that believe color is bad, and they encourage the demons and they find ways to bring them into the world. Yeah.
Which is,
like
a choice.
Sure.
It's a choice, I guess.
It's a choice. Yeah. And then we had the Indistinct Sect of the Pallid Ones. legends about, people who could control the demons that they summon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the Liar's Song, sung at the execution of Second Strike Liars. And so we've now determined that liars, if you get caught lying twice, you're executed. It's a very serious law.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, no good. Okay. And then you have the Liars Choir. These are the people who enforce the importance of truth. So, some good groupings there. Next, we went in and talked about landmarks. These are like places that you can point to on a map, that type of thing. So we came up with the Bone Dust Highway, and the Shore of Shards or strike beaches and towers where lightning, is directed, and you've got the other Rainbow Bridge tech dispensaries that are sparse and secret. Oh, the Pallid Wastes. Obelisks of shifting colors, all sorts of stuff. The Lying Chair, the Faded Throne, just lots and lots. Oh yeah, Chroma Gardens, right? The Flower Gardens, places that you can know you're safe because they are full of color. Yeah, until they start to not be full of color.
It's like a warning sign from far away. If you see the gray approaching, you know you have a problem on your hands.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Then we have people. Now, part of Vi, maybe we should tell them a little bit about dimensional realms in Vi. What's included in a dimensional realm?
We should go over that. Because there's a few really good things that are in each realm, in each of the 22 realms, by the way. So we've got, first off, the people who live there. You've got items, magical powers that have grown up from this location that people live in. How do I even describe this, Will? We've got enemies, troubles, culture. Everyone has their own completely distinct setting that they're going to be coming from. And people that they've known. It's... I'm waffling, Will. Help me out.
No, I think you're doing great. There's a lot of diversity, I think, between all the different dimensional realms. And so people who are questers in this game come from one of those dimensional realms. They're one of these wise and powerful people, the advisor behind the champion, right, of this set time in their, this, not set time, I guess, but this crisis time in their dimensional realm, who can go forth and find the sword to claim it and bring it back. And they have, because they are, this person, they have access to powers, to, really unique and interesting items. But you don't get to that state, right, where you're the power behind the throne without making some enemies. And you're going to have some defects, some faults of your own, some troubles. So all of that, yeah. I think you said it great.
Okay.
So people, like what we might do for people, it's like these are NPCs maybe, or they could be enemies potentially in the game, yeah? We got to decide if we really like any of these as enemies, like old Gray Eyes here, the Gray Dust Addict.
Could be a father that's constantly coming to bother you.
Yeah.
You keep having to pull him out of trouble.
Yeah. You've got your pigment fence. Yeah.
Melaf Stain, the passionate die maestro.
Yeah. Passionate die maestro. Yes.
I think that Polydius, the archmage, is that has like a straight up villain name to it to me.
Really does. That's true.
I think if you've wronged the archmage somehow, you're in trubs.
Yeah, I think you're right. We got Sir Taglior as a disgraced knight pharmacologia. I don't know. I don't know, y'all.
Wombat had the best words that I don't know how to pronounce.
Very fun words, yep. We've got the Lie Finder General, Tek-4 Nomsky.
Can you imagine if like a quester was a liar who escaped execution?
Interesting. Yeah, I like that. That could be fun. The only one who ever escaped.
The only one.
Okay. And then we've got a couple people related to artists. So we have Chromical Lead Trainer of the Artists and Virtuoso Rain Leader of the Artists. And Spectaculo Prism, third sister of the Prismatics.
What are these parents that named their child Spectacle?
Hard to say.
It's difficult.
It really is. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the goodies. So these could potentially become items that our questers could have if we like any of them. We had the vibration phone, which is like a handheld prism. So one end vibrates, the other end vibrates, and like maybe they're like singularity paired, or maybe I don't know how they work.
How they're attuned to each other.
Yeah,
it's going to be
somehow,
interesting.
Right? Yeah.
Magic.
Magic. Yeah. We've got Colormancy wands. Those are blasting damage that hurts demons. We like that.
That could be a cool item for somebody to have.
Yeah. You gotta figure out how that works with like the bigger theme of Vi. And of course
that is the challenging thing, is kind of taking these concepts and like actually turning it into usable rules that fit into everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I have no idea how we're going to use the toe of Saint Yellowbeard, but boy, did it get votes.
Right? It really did. Yeah. Yeah. Delicious. All right.
Did you say delicious? It's a hard pass.
We have vibrancy wheels to check the saturation of color. It's kind of cool. The first shielded iron lung, totally safe? Question mark. Couldn't possibly be an advanced electronic gizmo sure to summon a demon. Yeah.
Definitely would never.
Yeah. We've got the Cloak of Pallid Fortitude. I think there's something there. Like maybe you're just not that noticeable if you're wearing the Cloak of Pallid Fortitude.
It can also make you more hardy. I feel like you could like. It says the word fortitude in it, right?
It does.
Which makes me like maybe it could influence the health stat somehow.
Yeah. I like that. That's fun. We've got Demon Hiss Radio Station, Liar's Pendant, Pocket Ink Color Restore, the Gray Dust Sieve, and a crown. Okay, yeah, we've got lots of stuff to work with.
Liar's Pendant could go with the whole concept of somebody escaped who was a liar.
Interesting. Yeah. And of course, these ones down here that didn't get tons of votes, I mean, we can use any idea from this that we want. I really did like the idea of the handheld lightning rods. I thought that was really cool. Like,
I just want to see one crack it like a glow stick and huck it like a grenade into the middle of a bunch of enemies and summon an actual demon. You can't control it. You've created another problem for yourself, but boy, is it going to handle the first one.
Yeah. No problems there at all. Okay. Very cool. All right, I'm going to go out of the voting. We've seen all of this. We can come back and look at it later if we want to. Let's go take a look at the Emperor. We don't really have much here yet. How do we want to we want to come up with sort of a golden age rising concept and a dark age falling concept if we can.
Yeah.
Um,
I definitely agree. I kind of have like a little bit of an idea for Dark Age Falling
yeah. Tell
because we
me.
talked about early on that we have the whole like a little bit of hopelessness. Like people are hopeful, but the end is definitely coming. And maybe it's close, right? A dark age is most of the world is bleached out.
Hmm.
People are living in a colorless world essentially, and the quester needs Ensis to go burn to like fix that. Maybe more of the land has been taken over. You can't travel from city to city. You're abandoned in your little spark.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How do we frame that? The world has gone gray.
Colorless. Gray. I love that.
Oops. Grat. The world has gone gray.
I have to go to the correct page now.
Yeah. The points. Lights are now mere flickers. How does that sound?
I love that. We could add in being stranded or isolated away, like in the middle of a sea of these demons.
How about that? Points of light are now mere flickers, isolated from each other by seas of demons. That sounds awful.
It sounds terrible. It definitely sounds like a dark age.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
What
I
other
think
information do you think that a player needs in order to RP being the person from this period in time?
Yeah, the one seeking
Ensis.
Ansis. Yeah, it's a good question.
How's this affecting them personally, maybe?
Sure. Yeah, I think that makes sense. You've let's see.
What if we're like people, not people,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, with the new reign of terror that's happening, people aren't even daring to turn on hospitals, choosing. What's another word for not frugal? Like choosing to live these lives, deprived essentially from the comforts that they are used to.
Hospitals go unpowered, choosing death and sickness by natural causes over
Risking another attack.
yeah.
The guard is thin, and artists go missing.
I like that.
Artists are too afraid to pick up a brush.
Ah. Okay. Thank you, Grammarly. All right.
It's only a matter of time until the walls are breached. And even these last lights go out. Oh, snuffed out. Perfect. Love it. I feel like I could pick that up and be like, okay, so my world is effed. Let's fix it.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Now for the fun part.
Yeah. But the before times.
The before times. Should we play off of the phrasing, the world has gone gray, and start with, the world is full, or the world is chaotically colored. Chromatic.
Ooh, I knew I couldn't spell that right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try it
Chaotically
anyway.
hued.
Yeah, I like that. Ooh, and it even liked the word finally. Okay, this is good. Chaotically hued. Although, okay, so,
Do you want me to type for a minute?
Yeah, please.
Okay. The world is chaotically hued. Every wall, tile, and article of clothing print I want to transition this somehow into it's like vibrant but then also why what appears fun at first is actually somewhat menacing.
Very, very practical.
Is vibrant. And when a we can fix these words in a second, but which appears joyful to an untrained eye. But the reality is far more. What was the word you used?
Oh, I did use a word.
You used a really good word too. I'm gonna put menacing.
Shoot. Yeah.
For now. But yeah. The world is reality is far more menacing. For when seems like a silly way to start a sentence. It's the practicality of such color is to serve as a what is the word I'm looking for? It's not a ward because it doesn't stop them from approaching. It serves as a warning.
A warning. Yeah.
That danger approaches. Ooh. I can do this. Is it Shift Enter? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the color begins to bleach away, it means death itself approaches.
Yeah.
Too dramatic?
Nope. The practicality of such color serves as a warning that danger approaches because when color
Thank you.
begins to bleach away, death itself approaches in gray scale varieties. I don't know. Something like that. I want to
I
say...
have a question for you, actually.
Yeah.
So, we should talk about what these demons look like for a second.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple of ideas that were tossed around, and I think we should nail one of them down so we can describe it here. I was picturing originally that whatever color that it pulls from the world becomes like part of its coloration. Like it looks like a kaleidoscope of shifting colors of everything that it's touched. And so it's in the center of a gray bubble, but the being itself is terrifying to behold because it's the only point of color within the vicinity. But then there was other opinions that maybe it should the whole portion, the whole everything involving these demons is actually grayscale.
Yeah.
Which is very noir. Or well,
It kind of is, right?
A little Sin City-ish, if that's that
mood. Yeah, I think that's interesting. So it could be like that. It could be like maybe I don't know if like their whole body, because that seems like they would be even more obvious that they're coming. Mm-hmm. What if like they're like what if you cut them open and they bleed color?
Oh, very cool.
Or maybe like if they open their mouth, you can see inside and it's color, but on the outside they are monochrome. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that was the word I was looking for.
Monochrome.
I don't know. Or we could do it the other way. I think I'm good with either, honestly. This could be interesting.
Should we ask chat what they think?
Yeah, sure. Chat, what do you think?
Yeah, kaleidoscope of color or monochrome. Boom. Put it in there. People can respond to it if they feel so inclined. Oh, hues.
That's a word. Mm-hmm. I can't spell kaleidoscope, though. There we go.
It has a lot of vowels. It has almost all of them.
It does. Death approaches in a riotous kaleidoscope of hues. When color... That's interesting. When color begins to bleach away, death approaches in a riotous kaleidoscope. Death itself. I'm going to put that back in. Approaches in a riotous kaleidoscope of hues. As demons in their many shapes and sizes take on the...
Steel?
The steel?
Like that? No, they're stealing. They're
Oh.
stealing the color from the world. The vitality.
I don't want to say victims, but I don't know.
What if we just said in an aura around them?
Oh, I hear you. So what makes them dangerous, I guess? I think we can come back to that, but let's talk about... I think we want to... Maybe we should go back and look at the thing for a second.
Sure.
Let's go look at the Arium. So we had quietly menacing, doomed but hopeful, bizarre. Yeah, we're covering all that.
Yeah, we are.
Points of light. Let's make sure we make that clear.
Mm-hmm.
We want to bring up the artists, I think.
Should we bring up the lightning storms, or should we put that in like a more for the oracle?
We
Secrets
could.
of the realms.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a Secrets of the Realms type of thing, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Okay.
We definitely have to touch on what artists are.
Yeah, for sure. Luckily, a defense, a foil. Luckily these creatures have a foil. Yeah. Artists are capable of restoring
What was stolen?
what was stolen. With a flick of the brush.
Ooh, love.
Okay. What am I missing sort of in the big picture wise? There's more here, I feel
Yeah.
like. We want to talk about the, I think we want to talk about, like, hospitals, tech. Maybe we do want to talk about lightning storms, I don't know.
Maybe just the fact that what summons them, right? How do they get here?
Yeah. Summoning, yep. Liars, we still have that.
Yes.
Let's see. We've got the color vow. Exchange. Oh, we've got some of our organizations and things. Hi, Katie.
Maybe we need to back up to the very beginning. Because we
Okay.
started on color, which naturally translates over to like, ooh, but maybe we don't copy the thing below. Maybe we start with the core of it, which is the tech summoning
Okay.
the problems.
Yeah.
Do we need to define how advanced tech is?
I think so, to an extent. Hospitals. How else is it life-saving?
Communication.
Mm-hmm. Just playing with some words here.
I love it.
Tech is life-saving. Hospitals, communication, and more are vital to the realm and its people.
But ever since Jacob the liar broke the color vow, it's become a problem.
I think so, yeah.
Electricity has had a nasty side effect.
I'm just gonna... Sorry. I was trying to wordsmith it and I couldn't do it. Side effects. Good. Now, every tile, wall, article of clothing is vibrant, which appears joyful to the untrained eye, but reality is far more menacing. The practicality of such color serves as a warning that danger approaches, because when colors begin to bleach away, death itself approaches in a riotous kaleidoscope of hues as demons in their many shapes and sizes steal vitality in an aura around them. Luckily, these creatures have a foil. Artists are capable of restoring what was stolen with the flick of a brush. Let's see. We don't mention anything about the summoning. We should probably do that. Joyful, untrained eye, reality is far more menacing. Color serves as a warning to danger approaches. A nasty side effect. There we go.
I feel like it should be like a nasty side effect. Demons.
I love it.
We could... This section here, I'm just going to move it out of the way for a minute.
Yep.
We could go right here into the description of demons. We could go... Terrifying creatures. Something riotous kaleidoscope of hues. Or they as they sap away. Terrifying creatures of that. Do you want me to copy and paste it for you?
That might be easier.
Pew! Just gonna...
Yep. What else? To steal color and vitality.
Colors as they sap. I like the word sap, kind of.
Yeah, that's great. Vitality and hue in an aura around them.
We use vitality already in this sentence. We want to use
Did
it
we?
again.
Dadgum, I do not.
Is that vitality and color? We already used color too. There's only so many.
Yeah. Wait, we used hue? Oh yeah, we did.
Kaleidoscope of
Kaleidoscope of
hues.
hues, sap color, sap vitality, and
We can stop shifting hues. Well, I'm just gonna kill that with fire. And this I'm gonna kill. And I'm just gonna go sapping vitality.
yeah, I like that.
And color in an aura around them. Now, then we can just leave that second paragraph right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can get rid of this sentence, I think. Tell me what you think.
Yes, definitely.
And then we're right into the fix. What would you think if I said... Because now it feels awkward that this first sentence is luckily these creatures have a foil now that we have the descriptor of the world in the middle. What if we said, inhabitants of this realm have 2 defenses, have a wall protecting them from these monstrosities, so on and so forth. Then we can talk about the artists, and then we can talk about the knights of the Pharmalogica.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Because then we have people who are restoring, and then we have people who are protecting. Or are they different? Are they the same?
I think they could be different. I think the second strike liar thing goes in the Dark Age, honestly. I'm gonna put that down here. How do you feel about that?
Second strike? Oh, yeah. I love that, actually. Like, it becomes really, really excessive in the Dark Age, but in maybe the Golden Age, it's not as bad. What is it called? Specks of light? Points of light?
Points of light?
And what did we call the road? Hued highways?
I'll find it. The road. We've got the Bone Dust Highway, Hue Highways, and Chromatic Cairns alongside those highways.
How much are spread across the landscape as mere points of light, joined together by hued highways lined with flowers. These cities and roads are protected in a 2-pronged... They are protected by... in 2? Artists and knights.
Yeah.
Should I include the full name or just leave it at knights?
I think it's okay.
Okay. This would actually be interesting because we could have 2 different, we could do 2 powers of each, where we have 2 of them with artist powers focusing on like restoring, and then we could have 2 that are focused on like combat type stuff. We could do an attacking and a defending type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. Okay.
Well, knights face off against these monstrosities. The monstrosities.
Mm-hmm.
Will you fix my words? Where they need fixing?
Can try. Inhabitants are spread across the landscape as mere points. Spread across
Cities?
the landscape. Inhabitant cities are spread across the landscape as mere points of light joined together by hued highways lined with flowers and painted roads. Because I think that was the thing, right? These cities and roads. Ooh, dadgum. Don't want to use roads again. I'm going to kill that. These cities and roads are protected by artists. I almost want them to be the artists and the knights. How do you feel about that? Artists are capable of restoring what was stolen with the flick of a brush, while knights face off against the monstrosities, protecting their civilization. Oh, we lost him for a minute. That is okay. Let's see. Oh, internet dropped. That's all right. We'll keep going. I'm going to take that off. I'm not sure why that was on there for so long. Let's put on... Well, because we miss M, we'll put this one on. All right. So we have this world. We've got several different sections going here, which looks pretty good. And I think the Dark Age, this actually doesn't go in the section for players. This goes in a section for the Oracle, who acts as kind of GM or facilitator in Vi. So we'll move that off later. And then they share this with whoever is actually the first, like the player who is seeking Ensis, and the other players come from other dimensional realms as part of a pact to assist them, because they have this pact in place so that when there's issues, they come to each other's aid. It's pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about some mechanic type stuff. There's a few things on here that we could start to get into. For my part, I feel like what we've put together here is kind of light and dark. I think usually we give people from a dimensional realm a bonus to either health or essence, not both. In the game, it's actually a paired stat. So you've got health and essence. When one is high, the other is low. When they're balanced, they're about the same. So let's see. I don't know. I would maybe suggest giving +1 to essence for this one. I'm gonna mark that, and then we'll see what M says when she comes back. If we look at powers, we've got a few things going on here. Oh, I see the comment about conniving. That would have been cool. I'm thinking I may come back to that. So we've got some options for powers, items, troubles, and enemies. So these are usually based off of, so we've got the 4 suits of tarot cards, which are swords, coins, wands, and cups. In our game, we tie those to the 4 primary attributes, which are violent, fortune, cryptic, and glamour. And so if we make a deck for this, they may have those on them in addition to swords, coins, cups, and wands. Let me think about this a little bit. So some different powers. We talked about a few things. I think we've got people who Em was talking about maybe having a dichotomy a little bit between people who are more on the knightly side and people who are more on the artist side. I think that could be really interesting. We could maybe put, oh, these aren't in order. That's interesting. So we could maybe put more of the, that's kind of cool. So I'm going to go back and look at our big list here. Our great big list of cool things. I might look at some of the items because we talked about a couple of those. So we have the handheld lightning rod, the vibration prisms. I might put a couple of those in. So for items, handheld lightning rod. And for the prism, I think that might go here. So communication prism, maybe? All right. Hey, this would be a good time to mention we are trying to get enough subscribers to the Adept Icarus YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and help us out. Subscribe. We'll get like cool stuff that isn't really all that cool, but hey, it'll be something and we'll appreciate it. Another thing you may have noticed as we were kind of going through this is there are some other dimensional realms. We mentioned 22, and there are in fact 22. They're not all done, but you might have noticed them over here in the side as we're kind of playing through. I don't know if I want to like maybe tease you with one of them. Maybe I will. We've been looking at the Emperor. Maybe we should look at the Empress. The Empress is... its themes are arboreal fantasy, spiritual magic, nature and harmony, and political unrest. As I mentioned before, it gets an essence bonus of +2. Bunch of cool powers down here. So we have an elemental blast where tendrils of vegetation or water or steam strike out against a hazard, and you draw trial cards equal to X essence spent. So you're going to spend some of your essence that you've been holding on to. You get a couple of extra because this is where you're from, and then you get to draw some extra trial cards, and then every success deals 2 ticks on a hazard's condition clock. So seems like you're gonna like really be able to do some damage here with this one. We had the Will of the Elemancer, which is a fortune power. It's wood or water, and this is an interesting thing about this. So this area is mainly populated by dryads and naiads. So dryads are tree spirits and naiads are water spirits, or fae, water fae, tree fae, something like that. And so usually every character is going to have one sort of specialty or the other. So if you had chosen a naiad, then you would probably have the Will of the Elemancer would form into an essence times the number of beings that do your bidding from near or far. So you're going to make a bunch of little wood, I don't know, like maybe sticks and bark form into little people that run around and do things They can soak a condition to defend a quester, so they can actually defend you, but they can like do stuff for you too. And they can also attack, but they only get one trial card, and they test essence. I think that's a typo, actually. I think they test life. That's the right word for that. Maybe it's essence. I'll leave it for now. On success, they deal a tick to the hazard's condition clock, and the elemental being dissipates. So they only are able to do that once. But that's pretty cool. So you could like summon a whole bunch of wood or water. Like I can imagine like completely see-through little water people with arms and legs walking around doing things. It's kind of fun. And then we had the wands item, or cryptic, which is ultimate elemental defense. So you create a personal elemental defense for 2 individuals. Your element soaks 1 incoming condition per 2 essence spent for each person defended. So that really helps a lot. So you're gonna like raise up a wall of water or wood or something like that in front of maybe yourself, but definitely for potentially another person as well, and protect them. So you spend 2 essence and you're getting 1 less condition for each of those people. And in Vi, you have conditions. You have a condition track for every one of your attributes. So you've got your violent, fortune, cryptic, and glamour, and each one of those have a condition track. When you get 4 conditions on their condition track on any one of them, that's it for your character. So if you get to 4 on either of the death attributes, which are violent and cryptic, then your character will die if they get the 4th condition on one of those. And on the life side, they'll finish the trial that they're currently undergoing, but then they will leave the quest for Ensis and return back to their dimensional realm, unless somebody does something to, bring them back to like revive their spirits, basically. So yeah. The last one here is manipulate the elements. Now this one is a glamour power. So your element, whichever it is, wood or water, aids you and those you choose by helping to rearrange the environment in your favor. So you pay 1 essence and you enable 2 people to take an additional secondary action this clash. That's pretty cool. So you're giving like some assistance to help people do something that they wouldn't have been able to do otherwise, an extra action like that. So those are a few. That's kind of some example powers, and then we have some items, the seed or egg of potential, the shifting staff, the shell of the whispering winds, the necklace of pearls or heartwood beads. We've got some troubles. You can be homesick. You can have pollution. The voice of the wind. Oh, that one's kind of fun. The voice of the wind is a cryptic trouble. All your life you've sworn that you've been able to understand the wind. The way it rustles through the leaves or ripples the surface of water means something. No one else believes you. The wind doesn't speak in words, but distracts you at the worst times. Once per hazard, the oracle may require you to test with disadvantage as the wind distracts you. Ooh, that's hard. That's rough, yeah. And then we've got some enemies as well. The blood debtor, the aggrieved grower, the confidant, and the righteous ruler. Interesting. Some different... And then, of course, you need to answer this question if you play a character from the dimensional realm, the Empress. Are you a Naiad or a Dryad? Pretty cool. That might be a question that maybe we should add to the Emperor. Down here, we could say... Oop. Are you an artist or a knight? Yeah, that's a good question. Okay. Let's see. Well, I just got a note from M. She is getting her laptop set up with her hotspot because the internet has gone down there and it's not coming back. So she is going to rejoin us here shortly, which is great. Let's see. If you are interested in helping us make another one of these dimensional realms in the future, join in an Arium Create game with M and I, you can join the Adept Icarus Discord server. We'd be happy to have you. It would be a lot of fun. We had a great time doing this with the last group that did it, and we're gonna. I think we even scheduled a time to do this. Oh boy, it's coming up soon. I think it might be next week. I'm gonna get in trouble if I say the wrong time, the wrong day. Let me check. Maybe it's not next week. It's coming up very soon. Maybe it's the week after. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it on Monday, the 9th of October. So we are definitely making another one of these. I won't spoil which one it's going to be, but there are quite a few of them that aren't done yet. We have quite a few that are done. I think this will be the 9th or 10th that's finished. But we have starters on quite a few of them, and we're going to make more. We have a lot to do. 22. It's not overambitious, right? Okay. Well, I started putting in some of those items. Maybe I'll go back and put in a couple more of them. We had, we've got the Toe of St. Yellowbeard. Can always put that in. We have Colormancy Wand. That could be cool. I think we need a Colormancy Wand. That feels really important. Ooh, maybe it could be from Cryptic. I think that's a good choice. And what else did we have? The Cloak of Pallid Fortitude. I really liked that one. I thought that was a cool one. I might have... Maybe we need to move something around here. Maybe the Lightning Rod is violent. And the Cloak of Pallid... Well, maybe that's violent. Fortitude? I'm not sure. Let's see. I think I'm going to put it here for now, and we can move it around later. Cloak of Pallid Fortitude. Cool. So moved a couple of those things in. We had some enemies. Maybe we could look at the enemies. Let's see if any of these people feel like enemies. We had Palladius the Archmage. I think that could be an enemy. I think this is Archmage. And, if you see anything here, chat, that you're like, yeah, that one for sure. Like, if you really want Spectacle O Prism, third sister of the Prismatics, to be an enemy, I think we could make that happen. Just say the word. We also have the paint is denial, man. Live Finder General Tech 4 Nomsky. Oh, I think the Live Finder General's got to be. Let's do that. Is he violent? Is he glamour? Live Finder General. I'm gonna put him under violent. Tech for Nomsky. Okay. Got a couple. What else do we got here? Let's see. We had Old Gray Eyes. That's a possibility. And we have Milav Stain. A Passionate Die Maestro. I'm looking at some of these other ones down here. Alistair, a friendly demon with a bright red coat. Only demon that's dressed. Interesting. Rodney spends most of his time at the beach. Hopes for a demon. Pocky the detective on the Chroma Killer case. Pallid Wayfinder Jeff, super helpful. Why? I think maybe it could be interesting if you have like an artist that's defected or not defected, but like they're... Welcome back, Em.
Did I do it?
You did it.
We're hotspotted onto a laptop. Let's see if we can make this work. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're gonna have to talk for a while. I need like
You need some water.
give my dumb voice a break. I was just looking at, so we did a couple of things. Like I reviewed a couple of things out of the Empress just for fun. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you were able to watch it all, but and then I started putting in some thoughts here around items, and I was just doing enemies actually, where I started putting in some names of enemies.
Yeah.
But I also thought, and maybe we could just talk about this really quick and iron it out. I put down +1 essence for this realm. I'm not sure if that's right.
Oh. Okay, can I suggest something that's like a little bit abnormal for what we normally do?
Yeah.
What if we actually did an option? If you end up being a knight, you get health, and if you end up being an artist, you get essence.
I love it. +1?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. And I did add a question down to the bottom. Are you an artist or a knight?
So good.
Yeah. I thought that was a really cool idea.
Signing
do we wanna
into
do?
Notion still, sorry.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, no worries. Let's see. Maybe I could keep looking at some of the enemies. So we had... there's a Hexader nerd foolerying me.
Oh, really?
Welcome, sir. Do you think we should make an enemy named Spectaculo Prism?
One of the Prismatic Sisters? The Prismatic Three?
Yes. I was thinking that one of the artist-related people should be an enemy, though. Either because our artist has parted ways with, like, artists in general, or maybe it's a knight that, you know, just doesn't get along with artists.
I love that.
Something. Yeah, could be either, really. Would we go with... Which one? I think I kind of like the leader of the artists, but I don't know. What do you think? Is that too
Lord
OP?
Rain or Maestro range?
Virtuoso.
Virtuoso, thank you. It's hard to say. Yeah, we could do that. Why not?
Okay. I'm gonna
Maybe you have Maybe your methods are unsettling.
Maybe. Virtuoso Rain, leader of the artists. We're going to plug that in under glamour? Maybe? I don't know.
I was thinking, oh, do you have a cryptic already? Oh, obviously the Archmage, of course.
Palladius,
yeah,
the
that makes
Archmage,
sense. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. And I did bring in Liefinder General Tekfor Namsky.
So good.
Yeah.
I have to open up another tab here so I can look at the other options.
Yeah. Yeah. We had... Oh. Interesting.
What?
We had Freven. Large eyes and ears, works the Demon Watch, loves having a job that lets him work with tech. Why?
Big-eared Freven?
Yeah.
How do you say no to that?
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. That's our fortune one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did you think about doing Gray Eyes? Did we want to do that, or is Gray Eyes just? Yeah, let's do Freven. Freven's more fun.
I think Gray Eyes could be a little more background.
I think that's a really good point.
Which might be really cool. Okay, so Freven. That's it.
Freven.
Yeah. I'm going to grab the rest of his description, but yes.
Freven almost feels like a trouble to me.
That is kind of true. I'm okay with that if you want to
Your
make
best friend
trouble.
Freven is constantly getting into sticky situations.
Oh my gosh. Is that a fortune trouble?
That does sound like a fortune trouble.
It's always getting into trouble with their large eyes and ears.
They hear and see everything, that dang Freven. Honestly, I was like, what sounds like Fantasy Kevin. Freven.
And working, oh boy, for the Demon Watch, that spells trouble. Oh no, I said trouble lots of times. Okay, so
That's what editing's for.
It really is. Your best friend Freven always gets into trouble with their large eyes and ears. They hear and see everything, and working for the Demon Watch. Let's see. Loves having it. I'm going to move the job with tech part up, I think.
This means that we have spells trouble. Yes.
The Demon Watch. Ouch. I don't know. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, I think that it's good. We can always revisit Freven and the mechanics of the problems that they create. But it means that we still need an enemy.
It's true. What other enemy do we want? Do we have to make one up? Or is there one on here?
Let's look at what we got.
We do have a disgraced knight pharmacologia.
That's pretty cool. Sir Taglior. Is that right?
I think so, yeah. We could do that.
Yes.
Or we could do the Passionate Dye Maestro. And Nomadic Pigment Fence.
Nelav Stein is great. I actually kind of want Nelav to be an item.
That's interesting. Okay.
Oh, but I
Like
think
it.
you've already done the items, so never mind on that.
We could come back to it. I wouldn't say they're done. All right. So, enemy. Sir Taglier?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Maybe you're the one that got him fired.
Yeah.
You're the reason why he's disgraced.
I think that makes sense. Do we need the rest of the whole name of the knight?
I don't think so.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh, he needs a lowercase I, sir. There you are.
Sometimes
Excellent.
people are a disgrace knight.
Yes. Okay, so we've got some enemies. We've got some items. We've got one trouble. Poor Freven. He's such a trouble.
Also, hello to the new people in chat. So good to see you.
Yeah, welcome.
Oh my goodness. Lee is here. I'm always watching Lee's streams.
I know.
Working on Change Stars. It feels like I've stepped into an alternate dimension now that the lovely Lee is watching me design a game now. Fun.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. I'm moving my mouse like it's gonna work, and I'm on a laptop. All right. Let's go here.
You can do it.
I can do it, I promise. What do we want to work on next?
I don't know.
Do we want to define anything? We want to fill out more things?
What do you think?
Let's do some powers.
Let's do some powers.
Let's do some powers.
I like it. How do we want to do powers? I started there and I was like, I dead-ended for a second. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move on.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you would have some good ideas.
I try really hard, but we'll see. So this is a place that has some technology.
Mm-hmm.
And they use colormancy wands. And it makes
Yeah.
sense that the way that their powers would develop would be in line with defeating this really impressive problem that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have guns? Can a violent be like a gun master?
I don't see why not. Do you think the knights have guns? Are they gun knights? Powder knights?
Have you seen Madoka Magica and how they like summon up these big old guns and use them to fight?
No, but that sounds amazing.
Yeah, so it could be magic guns even. Like these
Ooh.
unrealistically large muskets.
Yeah. All right. As a power. Let me think about that for a second.
Oh no.
So we talked about, I think there's a couple things we could do. I like that idea. I do like the guns, and we could maybe revisit that if we go back to the items for a second. But we also talked about the artists having like a lot of power at the tip of their brush. Mm-hmm. And we didn't really do brushes, but I feel like that might be like a something that they sort of all artists never are without, right?
Yeah.
So they can like do things, maybe magical things with color with their brushes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's that feel like? How do we get like the theme of that into a power?
We did say that with the flick. Let me reread what we said there. Artists are capable of restoring what was stolen with a flick of the brush. When they're doing this, are they actually going in and are they painting like the ground and that it sinks into the ground and all of a sudden it has it? Are they painting actual flowers and then the color that they put on bleeds into the object, restoring that vitality?
Maybe they don't use brushes. What do you think? Like maybe we could change that, and maybe they do it like with their,
With a gesture?
yeah, that kind of thing. Or with their minds.
So they're like wielding like ribbons of color.
Yeah, maybe.
Does that mean that when they use their magic, they're only really using it for one color completely? Are they specializing in a specific color? Because we could have each power be a color and people have trained to use it for one. So knights, let's say, would use orange. And because they use the color orange, it has the violent trait.
Interesting. Okay. I kind of like that. So are knights a kind of artist then?
Yeah, they could be
Okay.
essentially.
Yeah.
Hexeter says no brushes. They use Photoshop.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. It is a little similar to another realm that we did though.
A little with the colors, right?
What we could do is allow the players to have the freedom to decide their color, and we just say what the effect is. So we could call them specialities. The speciality of restoration, the speciality of protection.
Yeah. Okay. I buy that.
I'm trying to think of what I know about art.
You make it, and it's beautiful. Yep.
They also have
Or
different styles. Does everybody walk
startling.
around with a notebook and they do the art onto the notebook and then it changes reality? Now I'm just throwing this colors at the wall and seeing what stays vibrant.
Yeah. Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Should we do
Ooh.
rule of cool? Describe a scene and see how it would be fun to react?
Yeah, we could.
Ooh, what did Jason just say? What if the knight's weapons, instead of doing damage, allow them to create? Swipe of the sword gives you background colors. Different sword moves could change different aspects artistically instead.
Oh, I just had a thought. That's a really great, Jason. That's a really great idea. So, what if you don't wield them in terms of colors, but it's more like the effect? So you're doing things with color, but it's what you would do with a sword, what you do with a coin, what you do with a wand, what you do with a cup, type of thing. Like tie it back to the theme, right, of the game through the theme of the realm. So when you do a sword power, basically you're putting a slash of color on something, right? when you're doing it with a coin, you are, like, I don't know, you're gaining something of color, maybe?
What is that type of art where you do little dots?
Pixelism or something? I don't know.
Interesting. I'm not against it.
Yeah. The wands one would be really interesting. Cups, like, maybe that's something you either intake or you splash water on something, or you splash color on something from a cup, or you drink from the cup and gain color. Like, there's some interesting, like, in how it's affected, I think is the part that, and they could choose a color like you said. I thought that would be kind of cool. So we could add that to the questions if we want to. Or choose a, I mean, it doesn't have to be a single one either, right?
Jason says you are enriching the color. Coin rich. See what I did there? We can always trust Hexeter to come through with something. Saturation.
What are your colors? Yeah.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
While I'm thinking about powers, they probably can't heal because they need hospitals and stuff, and if they didn't, they would just be able to paint someone better. So I think that the reality bending that I suggested earlier is straight up off the table.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay. But they can protect. That's different. Okay. Alright, so what if we said slash of color? Enriching color? Thank you, Hexeter.
What does this wand do?
I don't know.
A sparkle? That seems silly.
Sparkle of color? Ah, interesting. Got another one from Jason. I think I like that. Depth of color.
Depth of color? Yeah.
Kind of fun.
And then wand could be details. What was the suggestion? Detail of color?
Yeah. What if it is
Swoosh.
shifting color?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. I think we're getting somewhere. They may not all be perfect,
But if we did
but
shift of color, and
shift
maybe
of-
you could change things in your environment by changing their color.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Very funny. All right. I think we did actually spell glamour that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
we totally
know.
did. Yeah.
I was just thinking that. I was like, I would make fun, but technically.
Technically, yeah. We did this to ourselves. All right. Okay. I think that's pretty good. We still have some troubles to generate.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this one is clearly just Freven.
Yeah, Freven.
Yep. Do we want to start on what some of these do, or do we want to finish out some initial ideas for troubles?
I'm happy either way.
Yeah.
Sometimes knowing what everything is kind of helps flavor where I go. My brain follows different paths.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, glamour struggle should definitely be the liar. Or you have a reputation. A liar's reputation. Pants on fire?
You've been cut once already. So maybe you highly avoid lying, but if you do lie, then maybe you have to make sure nobody in your world finds out about it. So maybe it's it's an effort thing, right? So you try and avoid it, but when you do it, it has a negative impact. I like that. We could have fun with that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cryptic, violent. Violent trouble, maybe... I think there's got to be something demony here.
I agree.
Demon bait, or... I don't know. What do you call people who are very attractive to mosquitoes?
Is there a term for that?
I don't know.
Tasty.
Yeah. Sweet
Oh my goodness.
blood.
Sweet blooded. Whenever you're in a combat, things will target you first. For the first round.
Messed up.
That's really messed up. Better
Okay.
be a knight. Get that extra health.
Yeah.
Trouble has a way of finding you. Trouble loves you. Okay.
Thinking about the cryptic one here. Yeah, I like the way that Jason spelled it, actually. One word. Sweet-blooded.
Be really interesting if somebody was colorblind.
It sure would. I think that would be a good cryptic one. Let's see. How do you call that? Well, you just say colorblind. Although I hesitate to do a real world disability as the name.
Oh, that's what I was kind of
Yeah.
working on. Okay. Let's think about the world that they live in. I have an idea. We could move liar up to wands and have it be that because of the whatever punishment you get at first, it is limiting in some way. And then glamour could be your horrendous taste in fashion. Makes you appalling.
Yeah, I like that.
People have a hard time making friends because they're wearing all of these scarves and these. I've got orange here and purple hat and this cloak of many hues.
Riot of fashion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Oh, grayscale. Yeah, that's interesting. We did do something around, or we talked about that a little bit, like up earlier. Or I can't remember if we used grayscale. I might have changed it to monochrome, but yeah.
We might have done both.
Yeah, maybe. Both very cool words with regard to this, like feeling out the theme of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's detail something. What do you think?
Let's detail something for sure.
Any of them calling your name?
Sweet-blooded.
Yeah.
Want me to type for a minute?
Yeah, do it.
The big and monstrous always seem to find you first.
Okay.
You don't know? No, that's fine. Should I go straight into mechanics or are we staying on flavor?
You could add a little more flavor, just
Yeah.
like tie it to the world. So, the demons always seem to find you first.
With a demon, they always lunge at you first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out first in the first sentence.
Sounds good.
Lunge at you first. Should we add in your mosquito thing? Much like how mosquitoes seem to flock to one poor soul, demons flock to you.
Yeah, we could. It's nothing like a good. What is that? Is that a simile? I'm bad with the names of structures of things in English. Somebody in chat will tell us if that's a simile. I think it might be.
Thanks, chat, and preemptively. Looks like how a.
Good seeing you, Jason. Bye.
Have a good night! A poor soul. I don't remember how I even phrased this. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah. I'm gonna say much as
Thank you.
up one poor soul seems to attract all the mosquitoes demons have always flocked to you.
I'm gonna delete this sentence.
Okay. That seems good.
You think that's enough description? More?
Big and monstrous. The big and monstrous always seem to find you. Much as one poor soul seems to attract all the mosquitoes, demons have always flocked to you. No, I think that's good. When?
Fighting. It sounded like you were saying something. Then
No, I was just reading what you were writing.
Okay. Um, when clashing against a monstrous hazard,
Yeah.
I can spell.
Their first effect always targets you.
That'd be hilarious to RP.
You really would. It's like, again?
Seriously? Maybe other players don't really believe.
Yeah.
Give them a hard time, and then slowly over the course of the campaign, they're like, "Oh man, that's pretty rough, actually."
It really is rough. Yeah. Okay. I think that's good. I think those are words that we can refine if we need to, but
sure.
that is a really good
Rough
that's
draft.
a really good draft. Yeah. All right. So then we had, let's see, Liar, Liar. You've been caught once already. And we had Freven. Your best friend Freven always gets into trouble with her large eyes and ears. They hear and see everything and love having a job that lets them work with tech. The Demon Watch. Ouch. I think Freven is one of your royalty.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Do you have to test something?
He's like your page, I think, or yeah, probably your page.
What if you have to test luck every time you start a trial, and if you fail, your page is automatically the lower of the two, minus 10, I think it is.
On a complete failure?
Mm-hmm.
Your page royalty is demoted.
Mm-hmm. Demoted is a great term for it.
For this trial. As Freven has gotten into trouble. I mean, you know, we don't. The funny stuff's up above. This is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's actually really good. I like that. We've done some with that before, but I think it's kind of fun. Maybe that's a good time, like, to tell everybody a little about how the dice rolls and stuff work. Maybe for a second.
Absolutely.
Do you think that's fair?
I think that's fair.
Okay. So if you're following along, in Vi, you're always going to draw 2 cards from the tarot deck. It's mainly just cards from the Minor Arcana, which is like, it's pretty much like a normal playing card deck, right? It's got Ace through King, with the exception that instead of a Jack, there is a Page, and there's also a Knight. So it's got one extra person in there. And so you're always trying to roll, each of those have a number assigned to them, right? So 2 is 2, King is 14, Ace is 15, sometimes it's 1. It depends, right? King is actually normally 14, but sometimes it's a 4. So there's a little bit of variability there. But the thing about this is you're always also, it's tarot and dice, so you're always rolling a d20. And you're going to roll a d20 against those 2 tarot cards, against the values of them, and you're trying to roll underneath whatever those values are. And you're going to have skills and attributes that'll raise up those numbers as well and make it easier for you to roll under. But so, as an example, like this example, say you pulled a page, and you pulled a like a 10, right? Then you might add something to it from your attributes and skills, and you're going to try and roll under for the page, which normally would have been an 11 for you. Instead, it's going to be a 1, plus whatever your bonuses are. So you might have like maybe +4 or +5 or something. So you're trying to roll a d20 and get underneath a 6, and underneath if the other one was a 10, like underneath a 15. So it's rough. This is a rough trouble, and it's going to affect you for basically a whole trial, which is, it could be more than one session, or it could be just one. It depends on how it goes, how long you play, all those kinds of things.
How in depth the trial is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Which is really fun because it also kind of gives a lot of variance in partial successes and full successes, which feels very relatable to the real world.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, someone's asking about the toe urn. Why haven't we used the toe urn yet?
Wombat, I'm not. I can't forget the toe urn, despite how much I really want to.
Yes. Yes.
It's horrific. Okay. Liar, liar?
Yeah. Liar, liar. You want to type?
Sure. You've already been caught once already. What if you have like a band, like a bracelet, like kind of like how house arrest? You have like an anklet, right?
Or you could also have like a tattoo or a brand
a liar's
or something.
Pendant.
Liar's pendant. Oh dear. I like the liar's pendant. I think that's good, and you can't take it off.
You can't take it off.
Yeah, it's impossible.
What happens? It will. What if it warns people if you lie? So you basically can't lie.
You can. No, I think there's got to be like, I don't know. I think we used you can't lie once before somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember for sure. I'm going to go back and check it.
If you do?
I'm going to check justice really quick because I think it was here maybe. Probable cause. Oh, can't strike first. Oh, he can't steal. Okay, no, we're good. We can do this. That's the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it the way you said. I think that's perfect.
You could have a penalty if you do lie, like it warns people.
I mean, yeah. I mean, how does it warn them?
It sings the liar song.
It sings the liar song. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
No. Or it could have some kind of punishment. Like, if you do tell a lie, it drains you. So, like, maybe you lose an essence every time you lie. That way people could choose to lie in an RP situation, but they're taking a big penalty.
They'll suffer. Yeah, they'll suffer. Or you lean into the limitation breeds creativity and say, nope, you just can't lie. Your pants could catch on gray fire. Katie. I like that. Like that a lot. Okay. Well, let's see.
You won't be caught again.
Yeah.
Marked by the liar's pendant.
I did that twice, yeah. I wrote liar, liar up above, and I wrote layer, layer.
Layer? That's pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe we need a trouble called Lair. Should do that
Eventually.
later.
Yeah, we definitely. I'm sure we could fit it in.
Totally.
Marked by the liar's pendant.
Dishonesty.
I was gonna say dishonesty can no longer leave your lips, but that felt really dramatic. So you just are physically incapable.
Yeah. So this is an interesting thing, right? So we said, during the Dark Age that second strike liars are executed. Does that mean they basically have to be caught for their first and second strike at the same time? Because if they get caught for their first strike, they get the liar's pendant, and then they can't lie.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it has to be a choice. What if you're marked by the liar's pendant, somehow if you do lie, maybe the liar's pendant itself either changes colors or something happens to you that marks you that you have lied, and that's when you like get banished to the wastes or the liar's chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? If you ever speak a lie, the color will drain from your hair.
Oh, this is demonic.
It was Jacob the liar that let all the demons into the world. Or I guess he just broke the color vow. Maybe it shouldn't be demonic.
If you speak a lie, maybe it shows with color instead.
The pendant changes color? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Maybe it becomes a deeper color or something.
Shifts a hue, and we can let the player describe what that looks like.
Yeah.
Marking your second offense. This pendant is bound to you.
Mm-hmm.
And cannot be removed. What happens on the second offense if you are not in a dark age?
You're probably kicked out of your order.
Yeah. Should we? You would be. You. Dismissed disgracefully from your order and shunned by society.
Mm-hmm. Or killed.
You've only been caught once. You won't be caught again. Marked by the liar's pendant. If you ever speak a lie, the pendant shifts in hue, marking your second offense. You would be dismissed disgracefully from your order and shunned by society or killed. This pendant is bound to you and cannot be removed.
Yeah.
Lair is an infamous double cave somewhere out in the Grey Wilds where the double dragon lays waiting.
Oh no. Oh, the double
Always
dragon.
thinking.
Good times. Okay, I think that's good for now on Liar Liar.
Okay. Riot of fashion.
Yeah.
Should I write this one or do you want to?
I can start it, I think.
Okay.
Let's see.
The
Last to be
clashing
invited
colors
onto
are
the-
repulsive to anyone not from your realm.
Yeah. Like that.
What's the mechanical effect? Glamour checks
Well-
are always at disadvantage when relying on vision.
All glamour checks, you think? We could say that.
What would it be? What would you change the specificity to? You take half experience from glamour checks successes.
Oh, I like that, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's do that.
Another cool thing about the system is that you gain XP in what you're doing. So it's not like I'm going to kill 14 zombies in order to level up. It's if I'm using my words, I get better at words. So when you do any skill tests beneath Glamour, you start filling up clocks of experience, and you can spend full clocks for different things.
Yeah.
Either to raise your skill, spend 2 clocks to raise an attribute, so on and so forth.
You can also spend it to improve your tests if
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Increase those target numbers for the really important tests.
you want. Glamour checks gain half experience when your clothing is visible.
I feel like we're inviting nudist characters.
Oh. Well,
Maybe just invisibility.
we may come back and adjust that. We'll see.
I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Yeah.
Quotation marks, or parentheses, please play responsibly.
This is a role-playing game. Never has anyone ever done anything irresponsible. Okay. Cool. Let's go on to another one. I think these are. This is a good start. This feels nice. I like them. They
It's a
feel
little
thematic.
difficult. It's a little difficult drafting in front of people. I'm like,
Oh,
normally
yeah,
I
know.
can throw 18 ideas at the wall and then pick my favorite. And I'm like, every single one, I'm like, oh, this is going to sound silly, but I have to say it out loud to get to a good idea.
I think that's an okay way to do it still.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we have Lair where the infamous double dragon lies waiting. So, you know.
Fair.
I don't think they're going to judge us too hard.
Watching you. We'll find out in chat in a minute, I'm sure. Items?
Yeah.
Items are always a fun one.
Yeah, we could do items. Items are cool because items in Vi usually they have like a free type of use, but they also have a use that is enhanced by spending essence. The Cloak of Pallid Fortitude.
Yeah.
I put Communication Prism under Fortune. I wasn't sure
That works for me.
where else to put it. Of course, the Colormancy Wand is,
Has to be in there.
yeah, Cryptic, and then Handheld Lightning Rod to Glamour. I don't know, we could change them around. Communication Prism and Handheld Lightning Rod could switch. You put Fortune with, because it does feel like it's kind of calling on luck a little bit to me.
The lightning rod?
Mm-hmm.
I agree, actually. Let's swap them.
Okay. A Den.
I love the dragging function in Notion. Not a sponsor, but Notion's pretty legit.
Yeah, it's been nice for this. I liked it a lot. Okay. Yeah, and then I get really nerdy when I'm working in something where I can't do that. I'm like, and I have nerd rage. Yeah.
My creativity has been stifled.
Yes.
All right. What about if you're wearing the Cloak of Pallid Fortitude? Gain a +1 to your violence stat?
Sure.
Is that too powerful? We've never done that before. We've never done a stat increase from an item.
No?
You can spend 3 essence to clear a health condition.
What about to shrug off two hazard effects? Two effects.
Love it.
Two conditions. There we go.
Two
That's what I was looking
conditions.
for. Yeah.
Do we care if they're on the life or the death side?
Maybe the hazard effect is the better way to go, and not have it be death, a death effect. Shrug off a death effect.
Yeah, whatever.
I think I need to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's this thing look like? Like, how's it?
I was just gonna say, because it's pallid fortitude, what if it is a gray cloak to remind you of what you have lost or those you have lost? Like it brings a certain, is this a real word? Solemnity? Like solemnness to your
Solemnity
attire?
is definitely a word, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You want to write that?
Sure. Ooh, I can spell. The solemn gray cloak serves as a reminder.
Oh, what if it's made from patches of clothing from those who have fallen?
Mm-hmm.
And it's all gray, but they used to all be colored.
Patchwork shroud of.
Is that what you said before? Am I just stealing? What you
No, I
already
did not
said?
say that.
Okay.
That's great. I love it. The patchwork
Okay.
shroud of the uniforms. Uniforms?
Sure, yes. Yeah, I like it as a uniform. This is a knight's uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Cloak of pallid fortitude. Yeah.
Patchwork shroud of the uniforms. From the uniforms.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yes, with one addition.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I like that a lot. A reminder
So
of
sad.
Yeah, it really is.
It does like harken back to like the base concepts, the broad strokes that we did of the.
Yeah.
Like this, their uniform is going to be added probably to this specific cloak, and this cloak is going to be given to someone else in the future.
Yeah, potentially, right?
Mm-hmm. It'd be amazing if like the length of your cloak gets longer and longer until it's like dragging on the ground behind you. The
Oh,
more
it started
people
as
you
a
lose.
cape.
It
Yeah.
starts as a small cape and it becomes a cloak.
That would be interesting to put in here, and so a question would be to determine how long it is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have memorized the names of all the people whose patches make up the...
Oh, that's so sad.
It kind of is, but I sort of love it.
All right, should we add it?
Maybe.
Do we want to add it as a question?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
I would just add it into the Cloak of Pallid Fortitude. Just have it be additional flavor.
As grown as your list of
Fallen comrades?
fallen comrades. Grads. Oh. And you.
Ooh, gray would be camouflage in this world from demons, huh?
Oh my goodness, it
Like
absolutely
wearing
would.
gray. Yeah.
But only in that world.
Yeah, true. But that explains the uniform. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. I like this. That's fun.
Okay,
I mean, it's sad, but it's fun.
that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Handheld lightning rod.
Yeah.
What's the free use?
uh, lightning.
What does this look like?
Maybe it has a charge.
I picture
Heat.
it like it has two metal ends and it's a glass tube that has like a thin like strip of lightning that like flickers between the two metal
No, I
posts.
think that's awesome. That's
Okay.
perfect. Yeah.
And glass.
And you can make it shoot lightning. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is plenty safe in most places.
Most places, yeah.
Yeah, totally safe to shoot lightning. Yeah, that's your free action, and your like expensive action is to what, like uncap an end and throw it. Is it unbreakable glass? Because how do you get it back? Like, we don't have many items that just disappear, destroyed. So we got to think about that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So what if you could present it, right? Instead of just shooting it, pew, like a Roman candle, you lift it up towards the sky as you use your essence to essentially channel the powers from your home. And then as you do it, as the lightning strikes, then out crawls the demon.
Yeah, I like that. I
Okay.
think that's great.
A slender.
And then, but the thing continues, right? Like the item, you still have it.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
recap it.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me reword this. What is happening? This slender glass cylinder is capped on either end. Nope. Holds contains. Got some either with metal. On.
I like that.
I should say unbreakable glass up here.
Yeah, I like that. What if we said metal fittings?
Moving the cap summons. Ejects. dealing 1. How many ticks? Does it do damage?
Or maybe it blinds.
Mm-hmm.
It's fortunate. It could also be unpredictable.
It's kind of fun.
It could deafen, it could blind, it could
It could just be a nightlight, honestly.
it could be a nightlight.
You don't even have to uncap it. Maybe you just hold it.
You just aim it.
You're just holding it. It's a glow stick for real.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't shoot lightning. Maybe the lightning only happens when you do the essence.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it is a glow stick otherwise. I mean, it's nice to have an ever glowing light if you need one, right?
Absolutely. It's not like we're dealing with dark vision.
Unhandy. No, we do not have dark vision. Nobody has had dark vision yet. Somebody will end up with something like that, I imagine. But yeah.
Tower.
Totally tower. We've been through what? We've been through like 9 so far. There's nothing like that. Yeah. There's so many options still to do.
It would be quite useful.
It would be quite useful. I think having it, yeah. I like it. Glow stick. Lightning rod glow stick.
When innate?
Inert,
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It serves as a convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Light
Super
source.
convenient.
I can't spell anything. Nope. Convenient?
So close.
I am right there. Bam.
There you go.
Convenient. Interesting. I've never really looked at that word before. It's a convenient light source. But what however, spending Howardescence. We did 3 for the shrugging off effect. It also brings a problem, so it could potentially be a little bit less.
Yeah. And we have to decide, like, if the demon has stats or whatever, too, I suppose. Yeah. So how big is its hazard clock, and does it have any effects?
What's its behavior?
Yeah. Exactly. So we could put like full hazard details for it, essentially, if we wanted to.
Would we put that here, or do we put that inside of Secrets of the Realm for the Oracle to know, and maybe the Oracle rolls on a table?
Oh, that would be messed up. I kind of like that. I think we should do that.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't know what you're going to get.
You don't know. Well, why would you?
No, you wouldn't. It's just like in your own realm. You use electricity, you suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Should we make it tempting?
Oh, totally.
Just 2. It just costs
just 2 essence.
It's just 2 essence. You can spend 2 essence.
No big.
Remember spending 2 essence?
It will emit a bolt of lightning that summons a demon. Yeah.
Spend 2 essence to summon a demon.
I do like the idea that it does with a bolt of lightning.
Lifting it. Do I try to do a description, or should I let people describe it themselves? I should let people describe it. I'm going to summon a demon in a... summon a bolt of lightning, and with it, a demon of untold proportions.
Untold proportions and power. Yes.
It may or may not fight for you. Can you imagine if you have the handheld lightning rod and you have sweet blooded, so you know that it's going to come after you first? You just hope it goes after somebody else next.
Oh. That's rough. That is rough. Okay.
That's why it's a trouble.
Yeah, definitely. That's really fun. I like that a lot. Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
Colomancy wand. You want to do this one? I can do it if you don't want to. I was just asking if you had inspiration for it.
I will probably have inspiration to help with it. I don't know if I have the inspiration to start it.
What does it look like? Like a normal wand? A thin stick?
I see it as silver. I don't know why. Maybe like a spiral.
Ooh. Spiraling. Spiraling metal stick. We already used the word rod in the previous sentence, or previous thing. A spiraling metal apparatus?
Yeah, wand.
Why not? It's what it is. A spiraling metal wand. With the power of colors at its tip. I'm really hating broad tip. It's a no-go for me. I need better words.
Yeah.
Also, thank you so much to so many of my friends stopping by and saying hello. I so appreciate it. It's warming my heart. Okay. Colormancy wand. A spiraling metal wand. Period. We don't have to go further than that. It's warm to the touch. No. Probably not.
No. Nope. Does it have an odor?
It's very reminiscent of the magician.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we don't want to do that with a wand. Okay. Maybe constantly shifting temperatures, huh? Okay.
We've stumbled into a situation.
We have. Yep.
Okay. A spiraling metal wand.
Oh boy, you're right. This is troubling. Okay.
There's every sentence I've been editing
Yeah.
my mind before saying out loud.
Yeah.
Everything's dangerous.
Everything's bad. You're
What does
right.
it do? We're not going to describe this wand right now.
Sure. Oh, I've got it. It's a disco ball now. I've made it a disco ball.
It's a party, man. A spiraling metal wand designed to combat demons.
There you
It's fine
go.
that we should talk about what it does. A spiraling metal wand that harnesses the power of color.
I like that. Okay. Good.
Wonderful.
It's good. It's good.
What's its free use?
Being free. I don't know.
What if you can change the color of any non-living target with?
I think that's great.
Okay.
And free.
With a tap?
Yeah. Ooh, can it change things into gold? To look gold?
Yeah, probably.
Interesting. Okay. Just curious. Asking for a friend.
Object? How big?
How big is the wand?
No.
Or how big is the object?
How much mass can it affect?
Oh, geez. Let's not get too into that.
Alright, that's fine.
Let's not
I'm
talk
just gonna
about
be like that much.
I mean, if you want to do a... Wow.
We do it for alchemy. From the magician, we have different sizes in alchemy, which is the only reason why I'm asking. If we don't want to do it for this, change the entire ocean for all I care.
I'm going to look at alchemy really quick and see what it said.
Well, bet you don't have to claim responsibility to be responsible.
Change material non-limiting. Okay, we did handheld, something you can hold in your arms, and something your size. Let's do that again.
Perfect.
Where were we?
Do we want to have it cost?
No, but
Yeah.
I'm just grabbing this as a help, and we can fix it.
For to have some words.
Yes.
Its power is limited to...
How about that?
Perfect. Though it is kind of hilarious just to think about people going around changing entire colors of buildings with a tap. Bam!
That would be pretty fun.
Okay.
Okay. What about for essence?
For essence. What was the description we had? It deals damage, blasts.
Let's go look. Goodies. Colormancy wand. Blasts damage and hurts. Demons.
Do we want to have it damage based, or we could have like a dazzle effect?
Yeah. Well, it is cryptic. I think it could probably be either or both.
So true.
Yeah. I think both could be kind of interesting. You could dazzle and then do a little damage.
And how do we represent dazzled? They lose one effect. This
Effect.
flash.
Yeah.
How much essence?
Yeah.
for 3 essence.
They lose their next effect. Or does that effect entirely?
May turn this wand against a creature, an organic being,
Enemy.
against an enemy. Thank you. They lose their one effect. Clash. Is Clash capitalized?
Mm-hmm.
And I think life. A life condition.
Yeah. Makes sense. And a life tick.
You take 1 life tick. As a dazzling array of hues. Sunset?
Yeah.
Boom. Colormancy wand, slapped it down.
Dang. Very nice.
We have one more. Do we want to do that today? Is that a this stream thing?
It could be.
It's late your time.
It is late my time. Yeah. Brain cells. I used to have them.
As the sun abandons this side of the earth, the brain cells go to mush.
Yay. I'm good with trying to do one more, or I'm good to stop for now, and maybe we can do this again if we like it.
Yeah.
And if we don't, we can do it like offline, and then we can tell people about it later. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was fun.
I did not enjoy all my tech issues that I had. That was lame.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun hanging out with people and making cool stuff.
Yeah.
Why
Always
don't
good.
we wrap? That way we can have
Okay.
fresh brain cells for when we continue onwards.
Cool. I'm just going to remind people of who you are with the overlay here really quick. Oh, that's not the one. There we go. Hey. You've been M.
Yeah, I have been M.
Yeah. I've been Will. And we want to thank the people, again, who helped us come up with the concept for this dimensional realm for Vi. So that was Drew and Tori, Katie, Hungry?
Wombat
No,
Fuzz.
Wombat
and
Fuzz, that's right.
Arrow.
An Arrow, yes. Yeah. So, and we are going to do it again. I mentioned this when you were off, that we already scheduled a date to do another dimensional realm creation using Arium Create in our Discord channel. And remember, if you haven't joined our Discord channel, believe us, your mom would want you to. And so you can use that link. It is a great place to hear cool stuff about games that we're working on. And on the 9th of October in Discord, did we pick a time? I think we did even pick a time.
That sounds like something we probably would have done.
It does. Yeah, 5:30 Eastern. We're going to do another creation of another dimensional realm with whoever shows up. Whoever is there are the right people. So come join us.
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the link in the chat so y'all can copy and paste that into your browsers.
Nice.
Whatever, however you find Discord. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Em, I want to thank you because this has been awesome, and working on this is just sweet. I love it. I have fun every time we get together to work on Vi.
It's always such a blast. Like, even if I am sick, I'm like, let's do this. I wanna do this. Let's go. It's the highlight of my week every week. And it's just such a good time to make cool things and sit around and imagine people having a fun time with this game.
Yeah, I'm excited. Excited for people to play it.
This has been Will's in the back of Will's mind, percolating for many years, and I get to help pull it into the light. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's been way fun. All right. Well, I think that's a good spot to end. Thanks again, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Bye.